Welcome to your hip focused express class today. We're going to come into a really wide stance here, I should say, wider than your hips. And you can bring your hands to your hips here, and we're going to go for a hinge, so flat back, and we're going to hinge, keeping the legs straight as far as you can go without bending the back. And then coming up, you can even come into a little back bend, so hips can come forward if you squeeze your bottom and kind of look up. And we'll go again. Hinge forward over that wide stance and up. Yeah. And again, hinge. And up. Nice, team. A few more here. Hinge. Press into the ground with your feet as you come back up. Keeping the neck long. Good. For 3. 2, really opening up the back of the hips here as we hinge forward, and 1. Okay, if you want to go a little wider, if you feel like you're warming up, go wider. Toes can be slightly out now. We're going to sink down into like a horse stance. So you want to make sure that these front bones here are in line with your pubic bone. So sort of tuck under a little bit, keep the hips stacked on top, your pelvis and your rib cage stacked on top of your pelvis. Come as low as you can, and now we can hinge with a bent knee and come back to upright. But we always come back to this horse stance. So this time the knees stay where they are. I like to bring my hands to lower back just to keep that, make sure my back doesn't bend. Stay low if you can. I always find I come up a bit when I come up. So see if you can stay low. We'll do about 5 more. 5 and up. 4 and up. 3 and up. 2 and up. Last one. Hinge. Yes. And up, and then coming up. All right. Left foot can stay pointing forward. The right foot is going to point to the side now. My left arm goes straight up. Now, keep the body straight, so same distance, so no bending in my back. Slide this hand down the inside of the leg. Maybe I stop at my calf, maybe to the ground. Keep the left shoulder back, and then I come up. So we're creating a bit of length in our side waist here. The legs stay still, and I press into the ground, I come back up. A bit of a core connection as we come up. Think of yourself like sliding down a wall that's behind you. Keep the left shoulder back, and up. 3 more here. 3, and up. 2, and up. Last one. Good. And up. Awesome. Now my right toes are going to point forward. My left toes out to the side. Right arm up. We go this side. So I try and keep the length in my spine. Often I see people when they do it and they kind of shorten themselves. So keep the length all the way to the crown of the head. All the way down. And up. I like to even look at the hand that's above me, kind of look at the sky. You want to make sure the chest is pointing forward. We'll do 3 more. 3, and up. 2, and up. Last one. Down, keep the length, and up. Woohoo, nice work. All right, feet can now be hip width apart. Doesn't have to be too narrow at all. Hold onto your elbows, and we're just going to roll down 1 vertebra at a time. Get the hips over the ankles. You can bend the knees when you get to the bottom. And first, we're just going to slide those elbows left to right. So just going around one side and around the other. Literally let the head go. Take some nice deep breaths. Just let any tension kind of unwind as we move from side to side and go really slow. And then eventually we'll meet in the middle. You can keep both knees really bent. And then one at a time, we're going to extend one leg and back to both knees bent. And then extend the other leg and back to both knees bent. So just one at a time, we lock the knee and then bend it to meet the other one. Lock the knee, bend to meet the other one. So let's go from side to side. A few deep breaths. Nice work, team. Straighten the leg, bend both together. Let's go for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. You can bring the hands down and bring the feet a little wider and then sink down into a squat. Now your heels might not touch the ground. That's okay. You can just have them elevated. They do, you can bring them down. Elbows onto the inside of the knee here and palms together. From here, we're going to push the elbows into the inside of the knee and open wide. Nice big wide chest. And then release. Press and open and release. Chest open, looking forward and release. Open and release. Good. About 5 more here. For 5, 4, good. 3, working on our deep squat. 2, yeah, last one. You might want to hold it a little bit. So good. Bring the hand down in front of you and just tap one knee. So we're going to find our fisherman. So I've got my toe tucked on the right, knee down, and then I'm 90 degrees with the left, and I'm going to be here. So you get quite a big toe stretch, also maybe a little bit inner thigh. Then you can bring the hands in front, in the middle, and just switch. So now I sit onto my left heel, and I'm going to be here. And you could just move from side to side. Good. Toe. And switch. Through the middle. And switch. You can come up each time, or you can just keep the fingers down. And switch. And switch. Last one. And switch. Awesome. All right, then we're going to come down and sit onto your bottom, and we're going to bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. So there's going to be a bit of a pattern. You'll get it as we move through. So soles of the feet together, knees wide. And then from here, we're just going to hinge. So like just as small from the pelvis, trying to keep the back as flat as we can forward. Then you're going to open the legs wide into a straddle, and we're going to hinge here. You might not get too far, that's okay. You can also just sit in each position. You don't have to do the hinge. Then we're going to pull into our Z sit on the left, and you can do a little hinge over the front leg. Then come back through the middle, butterfly. And then open. So every time we go through the middle, we're going to come through our butterfly and our straddle. Now we do Z sit on this side. Nice. Okay, come through the middle, butterfly. So hopefully you kind of got the gist of the pattern now. You can move at a pace that works for you. That's it. And up. Butterfly. Straddle. Other side. Bring it in nice and smooth. Here. Come back through. You can have the hands behind you as you hinge, like that. Sometimes that gives us a little extra chest forward, which can help. You can have the hands on your chest. And one more round here. Or you can have the hands reaching up. There's another variation. You do your hands reaching forward. And finish off this round. We're almost there. And last one. Awesome, team. And then coming in. All right. So now we're going to sit onto your bottom and hug your knees in towards your chest. Keep rounded through the spine. And we're just going to roll like a ball, forward and back a few times. Rocking forward and back. And again, just get used to that rock forward and back. And then if you like, what we're going to do is bring one foot as we come up in front of the other. So we're in like a figure 4. You can use your hands for support as you come up. And if my right foot's in front, I'm going to send the knee forward and reach with my fingertips. And then I come back and I do the other side. So I rock back. My left leg's going to go in front. You can use your hands for support. Now my left fingertips reach forward as far as I can. And I come down. So you can choose hands, no hands. And reach. Come down. See if you can get a soft landing as you come down. It helps to really reach as you come up. That's going to help give you a little bit extra momentum. And forward. And back. Rock back. Other leg comes in front. And shift. And back. Other leg comes in front. And forward. And shift. Hips go back. You've got it. And shift. Good. Let's do one more each side. All right. And have a break. Whew. Okay. So when you're ready, come onto all fours. You can tuck your toes when you're ready and lift your hips up. So you're in like a down dog and just have a little pedal of your legs here. One up, one down. Giving your calves a good stretch out. Awesome. And then bring your knees back down. Swing to the left a little bit here so the right foot can come forward. Okay, so we're going to go for our lunge here. You can tuck your tailbone a little bit, help open up through your hips. Hand onto this front knee and keeping the chest really open, hinging forward. If you need to put something underneath that back knee for a bit of comfort, you can do that. Shift forward, have a breather. And when you've had a few moments in your lunge, you can shift the hips back. You can tuck the back toe and then have a little straighten of this front leg. And again, untuck the toe or tuck the toe, whatever works. Shift forward. And then coming back. And see if you can kind of press your chest down towards your thigh. And forward. Open chest. And back. Maybe pull the toes back. We'll do one more on this side. Nice. And then we'll switch. So, other side. Swing this leg around. Coming up nice and high. Tuck tailbone, hands onto this front thigh. Shift forward into your lunge. Nice big deep breath. And then shift back. Squeeze your kneecap, maybe pull the toes back. And forward. And back. And forward. And back. One more, forward. And back. Nice work. We're going to bring the other leg in front now, back to our lunge. You're going to find your widest lunge. So as far forward as you can comfortably put that foot and then tuck the back toe. Now you might want to wall for support. We keep the chest upright. And from here, we're going to press up. So we're in the top of our lunge, our hips are square. We're going to come down halfway and up. So you should get a nice big stretch through that active hip and up. Have that wall nearby if you need it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to come all the way down And if you like, on that, before we switch sides, with that arms, reach forward on that same side. And you can go for a little back bend, look up to the sky, bring the arms up and release. And again, shift forward, look up and release. Just a couple more. Shift forward, look up and release. Last one. And coming down, we switch sides. So see if you can create the same distance on this side. Use that wall for support, press up. And then we go halfway and press. Challenge that wide distance between the front and the back foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay down if you want to do this side. Reach forward and up and come out. Shift the hips forward, reach up with the arms and release. Just a couple more. Good, reach up. Last one, shift forward and up. Nice work. All right, we're going to stand up now and we're going to stand on one leg, create a little figure 4. So this leg is going to come to the opposite thigh. From here, reach the arms up. And from here, we're just going to try and touch the ground with our fingertips. And then coming up. See if you can balance on that figure 4. And you can shift the hips back, that's okay. Little touch. Whoop. And reaching up. 2 more. Little touch. And up. Last one with your figure 4. Maybe on this one as the fingertips on the ground, shift the hips back a little bit, bend the knee. Get that stretch and then coming up, switch. So I make a figure 4 with my foot, reach up and little touch. 1, up, just a single leg balance. 2, whoop, reach, 2 more. 3, reach up, last one. Hold the bottom here, maybe bend the knee a bit, sink the hips back. 3, 2, 1, and coming up. Oh, so good. So if you like to finish coming back down onto the ground, you can just hug your knees in towards your chest and bring your feet to the sky. You can hold onto your ankles if you like, or maybe the sides of your feet. Just an easy, happy baby here. You can rock a little bit side to side. See if you can sink the sacrum and the tailbone down towards the ground. Neck nice and long. We'll take 3 deep breaths here to finish our practice today. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. 2 more. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Last one here. In. And out. Let yourself come back to how you breathe in everyday life. If there's anything else you feel like you want to do, please do that to finish your practice. Otherwise, well done. Thank you for moving with me. I hope your hips feel really supple for the rest of the day.